Alright, so I'm going to start a video series on my swap in my JZ-70 TTR. It's a 91 Toyota Supra. I'm going to be putting this 2JZ into it, and had a lot of help on the Supra forums and the Facebook pages involving Supras, and so thank you so much to everybody that has helped me out with parts and information. Now this was an automatic transmission, so I had to remove the torque converter and get it prepared for the R154 that I'm putting on. I also need to change out the oil pan to a rear sump to fit. I had to remove the motor mounts already, and it is possible to get them off without removing other pieces, but it was very, very difficult. In order to get the torque converter off, I had to go through the inspection hatch. This motor's 25 years old, and so that was a bit of a challenge. And this little girl also has an oil leak, which you can't really see too well there. I'll try to get the video in better light tomorrow. So I'm going to be putting in new seals in the transmission and as well in the rear engine. I moved it so you could see a little bit better. This engine has seen better days, but like I said, it's 25 years old. It came out of a 91 Aristo, as you can see here. 91. And next step, while I'm waiting for parts, we'll be polishing everything up, cleaning it, probably painting the cover, removing the wire harness, and generally just cleaning it up. It does need new pulleys, mostly for cosmetic purposes, and I'm going to be switching out this rather worn looking boost controller, hopefully for an electric one. And since it did come out of an Aristo, the motor mounts need to be changed to a 89 plus MK3 mount to fit into the car. And I know the question's going to come up: why am I putting a 2JZ into a car that came with a 1J? Well, this car came as a roller with no transmission, no engine, and an absolutely horribly colored engine bay. You can kind of see how it's that Easter blue. And so I'm gonna make it my own, just like every car person should. Now this 2J kind of fell into my lap, and I like the idea of having the higher displacement and the sequential twins. I don't need it to be a drag racer, just a very, very fast daily driver. So I have a long, long road ahead of me, and any help that I can get or any questions you guys have, just post in the comments, and any help and questions are much appreciated. Lower pan is off, but remember, you have to take off all the other odds and ends in order to get the upper pan off. And before you start prying on it, there are 6 12mm bolts here. You want to make sure those are off before you start working on that, getting everything off. Like on this one, you can see, sort of, move the light, this person was a little silicone happy, and so it will take a little bit of prying to get it off. Try not to warp it or break it, but if you don't remove those bolts, you'll end up breaking that sump for sure. Okay, just as a quick clarification, there's actually 8 of those 12mm bolts. Alright, one step closer. The front sump upper pan is now off. I did find out that a couple of the hoses, as you can see here, a little old and brittle. First they felt like hard plastic and then they just snapped. So, another piece to put on the parts list, I guess. But that's about all I'm going to be doing for now until I get some new parts. And hopefully I'll be able to post another one soon.